Hi, this is your Mortgage Rate Watch for Thursday, October the 28th. Boy, we like to say it's a bottom. And what we mean by that is after this is now 5 consecutive days of the bond market selling off, we finally have a green signal from our world. And what that means for homeowners out there is we're finally starting to see some, hopefully, what we call now a floor of resistance. Before, we talked about ceilings of resistance, and for homeowners, what that really means is it's a pressure of how much lower interest rates can go, so we call that a ceiling. And now when interest rates are going higher, we're looking for the floor of how much lower can we fall here and push rates higher. So right now, rates have somewhat stabled off, and this is just sheerly because of profit taking. Hopefully profit taking at this point has kind of leveled off, and we'll see this hopefully level off until the Federal Reserve actually makes their statements. Now, again, there are many different sides of this quantitative easing really coming out in the media right now. You have the chief economist for PIMCO, the largest bond issuer in the world, coming out to saying it's a bad move by the Federal Reserve to print more funds. He went on quote for almost calling it a Ponzi scheme. So it's very interesting to see how the rest of the world's going to take. It's going to be verbatim, word for word, the market's going to react upon quantitative easing and the Federal Reserve announcement on November the 3rd. So we do want to forewarn here that right now it's kind of all bets off. Stock market's trying to figure out how they can hedge this thing to make money and bet on the right gamble. No one really knows. Really what we want to say is we're going to still take the stance that if the timing is right for you as a homeowner to take advantage of locking in your interest rate, if you're in a purchase and sales agreement, if you're on the fence about refinancing, the best thing to do at this point is to create a ceiling. And in this term for homeowners, a ceiling meaning lock in the rate, and what that will do is it creates a ceiling of how much higher your rate can go. Now the strategy here is locking in a rate with the lender that has a float down agreement. And what that means is one-time float down option is should the rates move lower, you've created your ceiling, so let's hypothetically say 4.5%. If the ceiling's at 4.5% and rates drop to 4%, unfortunately, to be educated here, lenders can't offer you the 4%. But what they can do is negotiate it down with a float down option, and let's say maybe get down to 4.125. So without talking about APRs, because we're not talking specific scenarios and closing cost here, we're just trying to educate everyone on the opportunities of taking advantage of the marketplace. So again, creating the ceiling for a homeowner, meaning how higher interest rate can go, but the point of locking in with the lender that has the float down option. Now we are a lender through Seattle Pacific Mortgage that can offer that, so we just want to put that out there that if you would like a competitive quote in today's marketplace, we are definitely willing and able to get that out with you within a very short period of time in the same day that you ask us so that you can compare apples to apples. But otherwise, going with economic news, very interesting. A sign of hopefully some positivity. The initial jobless claims, this is now the lowest jobless claims that we've seen since July, and we're really hoping that that's going to stabilize going into the seasonal months as far as activity for the economy. There are more temporary jobs that are hired through the holidays. The real true test, what I'd like to say is a test factor is what's going to happen in the first quarter of the new year if jobless claims can at least sustain, not go higher, and slowly move lower. That would be a huge improvement to the economy, one that we're obviously all looking for. So if there's any breaking news, make sure to follow us on our Twitter page, and we have a new Facebook fan page that's coming out that's going to be really exciting that allows everyone out there to interact with us real time every single day as we make these announcements. We'll talk to you real soon.